Hey everybody, welcome to Cooking with Tovia. I am Chef Tovia and I bring you detailed step-by-step tutorials to help you all become better cooks and bakes at home. Please subscribe for new videos every Monday at midnight Eastern Standard Time. Don't forget to follow me on social media and Facebook at Cooking with Tovia and on Instagram at Tovia Gartenberg. And hey, right after this intro, it's a recipe card where you'll get the recipe for today's demo. Please subscribe and hit the bell so you'll be notified of my new uploads and live events. So let's begin with today's demo. So I'm coming to you on the behalf of Geek Chef. Thank you, Geek Chef, for this beautiful mixer. I will be doing a giveaway soon. I will be giving away 2 of these mixers. Just keep out for my videos, and I will be doing some secret giveaways because there are a lot of people who don't really watch my videos, but there are a few that do, and they will be benefiting from one of these giveaways. So we're going to begin by making the cheesecake crust, and I have the food processor attachment that goes on top of the mixer, and I absolutely love this because it is easy for me to just have one machine that does all the jobs. So this is perfect. So we're going to crush the graham crackers. So I just put my blade in there, and I got some graham crackers. So I'm going to put my graham crackers in. They've changed the plastic around these. I'm going to put the graham crackers in. So I'm going to put the lid on. And this does have a safety feature, so you need to make sure it's snapped completely on top and bottom. And I'm going to pulse this. So I got everything dumped into the bowl here. I'm going to add a little bit more cinnamon. I mean, this is cinnamon graham crackers, but add a little bit of cinnamon to it. And I'm going to just mix everything together. I have some melted butter. Just going to add some of it. I'm not going to add all of it, just so it's not so liquidy. And then I'm going to use my hands to just crumble everything together. So the way you know that it's perfect is when you crumble it all together and it kind of holds a little shape, and that's how you know it has enough butter. So you can tell it's starting to really kind of I have an 8-inch springform pan, and I'm just going to pour my graham crackers in. I like to use as much because I like my graham cracker crust to be thick, and I'm just going to press everything in. And on the parchment paper, I laid it inside the springform pan and then clipped it, or closed the clamp, so that way the outside of the pan can be clamped to the bottom with the parchment paper. Okay, so sorry about the view. So this is going to go in a preheated 350-degree oven for about 7 minutes. First thing I'm going to do is I'm going to cream together the cream cheese and the sugar. And the cream cheese is at room temperature, and I'm using sugar. Doesn't need a lot of sugar because we're going to put a lot of stuff in here that's sweet. I'm going to cream the two together, and the machine has a button on the side that you press to tilt the head down, and it came with a splash guard. So So I'm going to cream this together for about 3 minutes, 3 to 4 minutes. And I'm going to do that on high speed. Medium high speed. So it's been about 4 minutes, and I'm going to stop the machine and I'm going to give it a scrape. And anytime you make any type of cake, or anytime you mix anything, you just need to scrape, because you need to make sure the bottom of the bowl is being scraped properly. All the ingredients of the bottom bowl that has settled is being combined properly. So next we're going to mix in the rest of our ingredients. So I'm going to start the machine on low. And I have here some vanilla. But before I add the vanilla, we're going to add the eggs. So we're going to pour 1 egg in at a time. And we're going to mix it until it's well combined. And then I'm going to add the freshly squeezed orange juice. And I'm going to add the vanilla extract. And I also have here some sour cream. That's at room temperature. I'm going to stop the machine. And finally, I'm going to add some all-purpose flour. I'm not going to dump it in, I'm going to slowly add it. Okay, so everything's combined. We'll turn the machine off and remove the splash guard. And I'm going to tilt the head. I'm going to give everything a final scrape. In the machine, it came with the paddle attachment, a whip attachment, and it came with a dough hook attachment. So I'm going to give it one more whip after I scraped it. And that's it. So what I'm going to do, okay, I have a pear here that I've already removed. I have a pear that I've already removed the seed and stem, or the core and stem. And I'm going to slice it thinly down the side. Try to slice it as thin as you can. I will use my cutting board, but my cutting board broke. So what I'm going to do is take the pear and I'm just going to arrange it around the bottom of my... Well, actually what I should do first is I'm going to pour some of my cheesecake batter in. Sort of spread it around to make it even. And then I have my pear slices here. I'm just gonna lay in the pan. Okay, so that's the pears. And now what I'm gonna do is just pour the rest of the cheesecake batter on top. Okay, I'm gonna spread everything smooth across the top. And that's why I tell you, the pears didn't have to be perfectly arranged, because they're not going to be seen, but you just want it to cover everything up. Now, here comes the fun part. So I have some caramel squares, or caramel cups that I cut up. They're like Reese's cups, but they're just filled with caramel. And we're just going to just kind of place it on top and kind of semi-press it down. And if you don't want to use these caramel cups, you can use peanut butter cups. But believe me, with all this caramel that we're going to be using, it's going to make it really amazing. So now this is going to go in a preheated 350-degree oven for 30 minutes. And then after 30 minutes, we're going to drop the temperature down to 300 degrees, and we're going to let it go for another 30 minutes. And after the 30 minutes have passed, we're going to turn the oven off, and we're going to open it and leave it ajar. But this is going to go to the oven. We're going to fill it with hot water. So the next thing we're going to do is take a piece of aluminum foil, long-sized portion. I'm going to place the cheesecake on top. This is just in case any water happens to seep. It keeps water from seeping in the bottom of your pan. So this is going to go into the oven. I'm going to place my cheesecake in the middle, and my rack is fixed so it's in the middle of the oven. So what I'm going to do is pour enough water just to sort of come up the sides of the pan. This is hot water. Just pour it on the outside corner of the pan, so that way you won't accidentally pour some inside of the foil. So we're baking this in a water bath, or this is called an bain-marie. So into the oven it goes for 30 minutes at 350 Fahrenheit, and then we're going to turn it down to 300 degrees and let it bake for another 30 minutes, and then we'll be back. So my cheesecake has baked for an hour. It was 30 minutes at 350. We reduced the temp to 300 degrees for 30 minutes. That's in Fahrenheit. We didn't open the oven at all, so I'm gonna let all the heat out. So I'm gonna open the oven just ajar. Leave it like this, where the oven door is not open so much, but it's just open ajar. So I'm going to let this sit in the oven until the oven completely cools off. We're not going to touch the cheesecake. We're not going to disturb it at all. So the cheesecake has sat in the oven with the door ajar, and it's completely cold. The oven's cold. It's not hot. So this is what we want. We didn't disturb it. You know, we didn't touch it. So, look at that. Beautiful cheesecake. I'm going to put this into the freezer and let it sit in the freezer until it's completely frozen. So, my cheesecake been in the freezer for about 5 hours. And it's completely pretty much set. So, I have a kitchen torch here. And I'm just going to take the kitchen torch and just go around the outside the pan just to kind of heat it, and just keep moving it back and forth. And I have it sitting on top of a ramekin so I can just turn it with no problem. Okay, so hopefully this will pop open easily. Oh, this is the scary part. Oh, it worked. Okay, so let me just look at that beautiful, beautiful cheesecake. Look at that. So I'm going to take it one step further. I got a wire rack here, and of course I had this on parchment, so it slides up easily. And I'm just gonna peel. I'm gonna just remove the parchment from the bottom and set this on the wire rack. And I got this wire rack from Checkered Chef. Thank you, Checkered Chef. You'll be able to find their information in the description box as well. So what I'm going to do is take some caramel sauce, and I'm just going to drizzle it. It doesn't matter if it's thick globs, it's okay. It's going to make it taste good anyway. Okay, so I got the center of the cake covered, and I'm just going to kind of drip some of that caramel over the edge here. And if you want it to be a little bit easier to pour, you can just heat it up, or you can just pour it inside a bottle and you can squeeze it out. Now keep in mind my cheesecake is still frozen, which is a good thing. Now I have some chocolate ganache, and you'll be able to find a video demonstration on how to make chocolate ganache in the description box. So I have some chocolate ganache that I'm just going to pour over the top of the cheesecake. Just going to drizzle it so it can be pourable. Now this ganache is going to set and harden, so that's why I don't want to cover the whole thing, but I just want to kind of have the edges kind of covered with chocolate, but not completely. So before the chocolate ganache completely sets, I'm just going to take some cut up caramel candy pieces and just lay it in the center. Take a few little pieces, kind of sporadically lay it around. So I let this sit for just about 3 minutes, and now what I'm going to do is just sprinkle over a little bit of sea salt. Not too much, just enough to make it stick. So very thin, light coating of sea salt. And look at how beautiful that is. Okay, so I'm going to show you how to remove your cheesecake from the wire rack and put it into a cake board. So the cake is still pretty frozen. It's not completely thawed, but I just use a spatula, an offset spatula, and I just use it to help me lift up the cake. So off it comes onto the middle of your cake plate. So I'm going to cut into the cheesecake. I have a cup with some very hot water in it, and I put my knife in it, and I'm going to shake the excess water off of the knife. I'm just going to cut in the middle. Okay, look at that. Beautiful. All that chocolate ganache is just dripping down. All that beautiful chocolate ganache. Okay guys, so I'm gonna give this a try. Look at all that chocolate gooey goodness from those caramel cups, and I mean, this smells so good. Cut down, and you can see those layers of pears right there at the bottom, and the graham cracker crust. And all that beautiful chocolate and caramel gooiness. Oh my god. This is so perfect. The orange, the pears. The cheesecake is not too sweet. And all of the chocolate that we use in this, with all the caramel and the salt, it just really balances this out. The texture of the cheesecake is very silky. It's like eating ice cream. It's really delicious. Please give this a try. So this is it, guys. This is my Melanie Jayne pear caramel cheesecake. I hope you guys try this recipe and enjoy it. Please give me a thumbs up. Please subscribe if you aren't. And also, you guys, leave a comment if you have one. And if you have a request, please leave that in the comment section. And please stay tuned for my videos because I'm going to have a secret giveaway. It's going to be in the videos. So for you guys who really watch the videos, you guys are probably going to have a chance to join the secret contest. If you guys are interested in the Geek Chef mixer, please check the description box. You'll be able to know where to find it. The mixer is very amazing. I'm very pleased with it. I'm very happy with the attachment that I tested so far. And you guys will see more recipes that are going to be featuring Geek Chef products. Please remember to live and be well. Let's do what we can to come together to love one another. Happy holidays, everyone.